Welcome back to the channel. We're here doing some Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. And we need to go talk to the governor. I don't know where the governor is. I don't know if Clementia will tell me. Waiting in the audience hall. Tell them that I'm ready to see the governor. Okay. I shall arrange for him to be escorted to your study. Alright. So, time passed. 2 hours? Malachi von Valencius, 20th in his line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of Koronus Expanse from the Koronus system to the 100 Dreams Crossroads. I bid you welcome. Urban Dravstim, the governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodora von Valencius. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dragonus and the entire protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honor the memory of our beloved lady. Okay, so I think this to me seems a bit aggressive. This seems a bit like meh. Like I don't. It's all the same to me. It seems like you don't care. So I don't know. I guess we'll do this one. I will immediately give all necessary instructions to your lordship. Catch best be buttoned on his cogitator, build into his gold bracer. Esteemed Malachi, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and persevere in spite of the strategy. Together, let us carry on where she no longer can by leading the von Valencius protectorate to even greater prosperity. There is something in Drastim's gaze that you find troubling. Is it a hint of reproach, mockery, condemnation? You're uncertain whether this is indeed true or merely your guilty conscience playing tricks on you, stirring up memories of your past under the governor's keen gaze. Well, what guilty conscience do I have? Alas, it won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropaths of Dragonus flew into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighboring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the routes are tangled, and no longer lead to the systems the captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of ships in the Dragonus Navy travel without relying on the service of navigators, without your engagement, the well-being of the von Valencius dynasty and billions of subjects are presently at risk. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. My house is the oldest and most respected on Dragonus. My ancestors walked side by side with yours for many generations as they cared for this world's welfare. Our duty is to supervise the governing bodies within the systems subservient to you, who are responsible for the protectorate's logistics and economic stability. As for me personally, I am a humble servant of the Emperor and a loyal subject of the Rogue Trader, and to my great pleasure I had the honor of calling myself Lady Theodora's close friend. At Urban's last words, Abelard lets out a sound that can be interpreted as either a snort or a cough. Urban gives him a look which Abelard meets with an expression of utter nonchalance. That's my Abelard. You met a ship. That's truly regrettable bad news. What's more, leaving Dragonus has been forbidden for several cycles now. It seems the Syrian family has once again failed in their primary responsibilities. We will investigate this at once, as well as the fact that the ship had to acquire a permit with the administratum seal. Does your nephew still serve on the administrative palace? Governor presses his number buttons on his cogitator built into his bracer and looks up at you surprised. I don't understand. The ship did indeed depart from orbit, but it did so, if you can believe it, on the rogue trader's authorization. That is why no one dared impede its departure. Lord Captain, it was seen that Conrad somehow got his hands on a copy of your authorization, or perhaps even the original. A tool like that in the hands of a trader does not bode well. Lord Wheatvere visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. A heretic, you say. Now I see why all whispering in the corridors has come from. I shall be frank with you, your worship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us, and the absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds for all matters of rumors and misinterpretations, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something sacrilegious as murdering a rogue trader. However, Conrad of Wheatvere was once a true boon to the protectorate back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. Some shots are understandable. Why, Malachi, your desire is most commendable, but please do not forget, a ruler should never bow to their tenants, or some might see it as their own weakness. We are troubled by the fate of the agri-world Janus that supplied Draconis other planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rebel to revolt. Furthermore, House Geprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with the industrial world Gamma, which is their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention most will be the penal world, Vbos 6, one of the key mining suppliers in your protectorate. Draftson's be wise, up in fear. Your lordship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decision in any way. You see, without Vbos 6, the manufactorums on your worlds will need to make haste to find new suppliers elsewhere and arrange for new shipments in these troubling times. They run the risk of delays and other most tragic mishaps. My only concern is for the prosperity of the von Valencius dynasty. Truly, the Violet line is one of the oldest in the von Valencius protectorate. If the inheritor of such a well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. We're gonna lie? No, we're not gonna lie. Which one do I want? I think we do this. I think trust him pales in terror. It is clear from the unseemly grimace in the aristocratic countenance that this fear is not feigned. Ruinous powers, how truly horrifying news! I commend your resolve and unwavering severity. Death to the enemies of humanity. Yeah, Xenos, your lordship. I don't rightly know where to begin. He rubs his britches wearily. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight on the Koronus Expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds decided to come off for decades, but now those abominations are on the rampage, and they show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this menace. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dargonus. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers, although those that remain are yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalander will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his reports, the region of Vhelbus 6 has been particularly concerned in the last few cycles, which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Now, issued a smaller scale. There is a certain degree of tension in the capital due to the Northox suggestion to the sacred warrant. Chances of uprising are minimal, of course, and the spread of rumors is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What is to be done with them? Yeah, I mean, I think once your lordship's wrath descends upon the guilty, and have no doubt, there won't be a soul on Draconis willing to share their fate. And one last thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the sacred warrant has been a matter of time, and I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, bolstered by an equally long-lasting friendship, of being represented on Dargonus by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to House Dravstem. Any of the noble houses located in Dargonus, the Dravstem family, which I lead, the Grappert family, long ties to the Adaptus Mechanicus, the Sauerbachs, known for their piety and diligence of service. Perhaps I should mention the Wurzerans, who have some influence, but who are not actually of noble origin. Any one of those houses will be honored to represent you at the ceremony. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for me to change it right now. I know Resturian is Abelard's, and it's probably the most trustworthy of houses, but I don't see any reason. I mean, I don't even know anything about these two, so why would I pick those? Okay. I never doubted your lordship's decision. I can tell for the future holds a fruitful partnership for us and the prosperity for all Targonus. I shall immediately relay all your orders, my gracious Rotaker. May the gold of the throne illuminate your path. I'd like to witness the ceremony. I'm afraid that until you deal with the pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Many trade routes are still unavailable, and the central worlds of the Von Valencia's protectors are going through the crisis. And the warp disturbances, if the void observers are to be believed, will prevent important guests from reaching the capital. Thank you for your time, your lordship. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. Okay, so now we got a bunch of new stuff here. I mean, when I say new stuff, I mean new quests or journal updates. So we're claiming what was lost. We done that? That's checked off now, right? Okay. Blades of the Void. Oh, he was supposed to go to Kiabadana. Gama. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright. So what do we do here? That is the question. I think we can go get the loot. I think that's probably one thing we want to do. Alright, let's go talk to her one more time. Alright, just basically the same stuff. Okay. Ready. Alright. So I guess now I don't see anything else to do around here, to be honest with you. Unless I'm just missing. Oh, and there's some loot over here next to her. So let's go get that. Huh, you got stuck on the wall. Alright. To the outside. To the outside. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. I got Abelard some really good armor, though. So there's that. Alright, so what is here? I mean, I guess we return to the ship. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot to do here. In this part of it, anyway. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to return to the ship. Wherever that is. Alright, let's return to the ship, I guess. I don't know. I think we need to do I think we got some things we need to do first. The question is, do we... Hive Victorium Genesis. Terrible news from the Koronus Lord Captain. The subsidiary Hive City, Sycophone 84-249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production is halted, and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What are your directions regarding the distribution of these refugees? What caused the catastrophe is unclear. Noble houses are throwing the blame at one another. Agents of the venerable Achilles Scalander, stationed on Sycophone 8429, have died heroically while trying to save the population from this disaster. The latest reports mention some vulnerabilities in the industrial sectors of the lower hive, but did not go into further details. Additionally, all of your servants are currently busy with investigating the causes of the crisis, but are not doing anything to deal with its consequences. The death of Achilles' agents troubles me. It may not be a coincidence. Until the cause of the disaster can be completely established, I would avoid letting refugees into other hives. There may be saboteurs among them. I would recommend setting up prohibited cordons, where the refugees can be contained in the wastelands between the hives. The Emperor bids to face the often cruel strokes of fate with dignity. If the other hive do not wish to accept the unfortunate victims of the tragedy, then let the victims themselves teach those living in the hives a lesson on resilience and humility. I'm sure that the ecclesiary will aid the refugees in constructing camps to survive out in the wastelands and establish a community of proud desert-dwelling martyrs. Such harsh conditions will be a crucible of fortitude and fearlessness. This tragedy is a feat of spirit. Nobles are trying to wash their hands of this. How predictable. And yet, it is their duty to see that the planet meets its tithe obligation and brings glory and revenue to the treasury in your absence. Let the aristocrats take care of the refugees and make sure they don't stop until every last refugee has some task to fulfill. Yeah. Around the noble houses. Lady Clementia will ensure that your declarations will find their way into every ear and zealously embraced. Hives that accept the refugees are now overflowing with surplus labor. The refugees are willing to work twice as hard as the usual workers, who are already exhausted by their everyday toils. Many refugees have entered the rogue trader's service and replenished his ship's crew. Dargonus' nobles took no pleasure in distributing refugees. Some of them have found their way into personal service of the nobles, thankful to be receiving a Nutribar and a mat, on which they can rest for 6 hours per cycle. Others can only attain the most grueling job in the manufactoriums and service stations. They may be oppressed, but they have survived. The diaspora scattered across the hives of Dargonus. Alright. So we can build stuff here now. Profit factor -1. We don't want to lose profit factor. Although it may be worth it, to be honest with you. People too. What does that do? Route cost. -1. I don't understand that one. This one adds profit factor. It gives me that. This one takes profit factor. It gives me this. We're gonna take that one. Alright, so administratum. Gotta take J with us. We're gonna level her? I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think I will right now, to be honest with you. I don't think I will right now. So let's see here. Let's see here. 'Cause I don't expect to have any fights in here, but you never know.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Please follow me. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
I think even if I get attacked, I can do okay without Jay.
Let us not dawdle.
I mean, you know, I'm a rogue trader, man. You leave loot laying around, I'm going to take it. Alright. Master Seals, ancient woman and voluminous robes peers at you critically through her ocular lenses, where you descend into the bowels of her bureaucratic domain. Another noble, bypassing the queue under the pretext of just wanted to ask. All you hobburn ever want is just to ask. What about protocol? That's what I'm asking. Who's going to follow protocol? Abelard, identify me. What? So I paid off a few clerks to let us skip the queue, Shireen. Your time is more important to me than any little formalities. Very well. Don't just stand there. You're here now. Or do you think the Master still has nothing better to do than receive unexpected visitors? Helena beckons over a service skull floating bar. Begin entry. Current hour, current turn, current cycle, 41st millennium. Don't you want to know who I am? Malachi von Valencius, sole heir of the rogue trader. Theodore von Valencius. May the throne's radiance guide her path to the other side. In practice smooth, the Master Scroll twists her magnifying ocular lens and examines the ledger in front of her. Sole person to publicly assert the claim, to be precise. Abelard Worsarian. Woman directs her gaze over your shoulder. Sensual and right hand of the now departed Theodore von Valencius. And now of her extant hell. Hair. Colorless eyes of the Master Seal suddenly fix on Cassia, a lady navigator of the House Orsilio, whose name and deeds are unknown to me. She points a finger at the old ledger. It says here that the von Valencius died. He has owed your house 1 gold throne for 30 cycles. Here, take this, and I at last will mark the matter closed. House Orsilio thanks you for your service, Master of Seals. The old woman smacks her lips in satisfaction and nods curtly. Of course, I know who is standing before me. It is my job to know. Does that mean that my reputation has preceded me as well, esteemed Damar? No, I have received no reports about you. You are in the very heart of the palace of the Dectus Administratum. Day and night, hundreds of thousands of prefects, ordinance, scribes, servants, and servitors carry out their duties to humanity and the von Valencius dynasty here, never setting foot outside its boundaries for decades at a time. But knowledge comes through comparison. There are entire worlds belonging to the Administratum, so this place is but a humble cog in the blessed machine of the Imperium. I am the law, and I oversee order in this section of the Koronus Expanse, as well as on worlds of the von Valencius Protectorate. In accordance with the ancient covenants made with your ancestors, I hold the power to grant petitioners what they seek, and to punish criminals for failing to carry out the Imperium's will. She's ancient enough herself. Look at her. She's a bona fide living mummy. Tell me about the work. One would think the Protector's heir has no care for his tongue, if he is so willing to wag it to the point of blistering. However, I, despised servant of the Emperor that I am, do not possess the gift of my unallocated time. Let us proceed to the matter of your application. The Master of Seals peers over her ocular lens at Jay in disbelief, and she looks at you. Take it you're a sponsor. In that case, you must submit a written application in conformity with template number 404.01, as well as a written permission for the processing and notarization of personal data of your most sacred personage. Without it, I cannot issue Mistress Haydari. Mistress Haydari, the form for collecting the seals required to obtain the Mercatum Tabula Official, certificate of an official trade representative. At these words, the saccharine smile drops from Jay's face. Seals? What seals? We will discuss that when Malachi von Valencius has prepared the primary documentation. Abelard's just a stoic smile and rolls his eyes. You get the feeling that this is not his first personal interaction with the administrative bureaucracy, nor is it his second. Let's just complete the form. Your perfectly sharpened quill scratches pleasantly on the parchment, but for the first few minutes, the futurary phrasing, footnotes, and addendums, you are forced to write out the same detail over and over about you, the Protectorate, Theodore von Valencius J, and then every living person who bears your family name. If you don't know all the required information, you must complete supplementary forms. Time passes. Master seals nods in approval and stows the scroll into the tube labeled with your name. Next is the consent form, proceeding and notarization of personal data of your most sacred personage. Alright. Time passes. Scroll is swept away in another tube by the Master of Seals. Protocol executed. Application received. Process approved. Servo skull scribe tests out every word after his mistress' pronouncement. Come on, Steve DeMar. What are you saying about seals? The old woman unhurriedly holds the printed scroll for Jay. Here is your document, Mr. Sidari. First, unfortunately, it does not yet have legal force. I can certify it as sacred Mercatum Tabula Official once it receives 2 seals of approval. They are easy to obtain. In the Imperium Court, administrative servitors have been handling such tasks for over 150 cycles. There is one servitor here in Dargonus in the Rogue Trader's Palace. The second is duty-bound to keep the seal in the Teclos Espelon system. My canon feels, according to the Amendment 3C/8, implemented by the Perfectus Insignia II of Dargonus, one of the seals must be kept in the palace of the ruler of von Valencia's Protectorate, remaining a symbol of the unbreakable link between the sacred warrant and the Adeptus Administratum. Second seal, the person on the nose click as she raffles through the moldering scrolls of wrinkled fingers, is held in the Tecleos Epsilon system in accordance with Decree OL-008/7ZN. Unfortunately, after a fire 200 cycles ago, all the remains of the original decree is an addendum certified by an unknown adept with the initials AA. No instructions repealing this decree were ever received from Holy Terra. Therefore, the seal remains where it ought to be. Alright. Please do return once you prepared the documents. So yeah, I let out a sigh. Alright, let's go. I did not want to close the door. Alright.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, gonna return to the ship. Ready to get into some combat, to be honest with you. Do we go and get that now, or do we wait? I think we wait. I think we wait. I think we're going somewhere else now, but where, I don't know. Alright, so we need to chart new courses. I wish it showed you how many you had before you charted. I don't know if I should have done that. That might have been a waste. Where are we supposed to go now? Blades in the Void. Phoebos 6. I have no idea where that would even be at. Let's go here first. Fire broke out one of the decks during the warp voyage. Raging disaster consumed the entire chamber, destroying precious cargo and damaging the interior plating. No Getty parts were found. While clearing out the rubble, a few people claimed the suit on the plasteel beams formed lines in a cryptic alien language not known to humans. The Polaris workers were executed and their bodies disposed in a proper manner. Fortunately, I guess that means we lost some stuff, which is unfortunate. Alright. So, This looks like it's not a terribly exciting area, is it? Let's go over here first, and then we'll come back through. I mean, it doesn't. You don't really come back through, so it doesn't really matter. I should have went here first, I guess. I was thinking that we enter the map on that, so we leave on the map, but we don't really do that, do we? Yeah, okay, whatever. Huh. Really don't like sectors that have nothing in them. I mean, this one could have something here, but it still is kinda... Yeah. Bones in the desert. Traveling the auger data, the officers were surprised to discover that a planet was once covered with oceans. Long ago, an unknown cataclysm caused the seas to dry out and turned the world into a lifeless desert. The most amazing discovery of all was the skeletal remains of a colossal oceanic organism, some large enough to be seen from orbit. Life is fragile. And... like, I mean, I don't know. Stuff like that just seems a bit whatever, I guess. I don't know, the whole sector didn't have anything to speak of. Where am I at? Alright, so I guess we'll head back here. Alright, so now we're heading up here. Catastrophe at the Omnisir's Helm Hall. One of the few magi assigned by the machine cult to serve on the bomb relationship has lost his mind. Singing distorted biharic liturgies, the heretic has broken the sacred code rhythms and turned the ship's machine against the rest of the crew. The superstitious woodsmen are paralyzed with fear before the mad servant of the depths of mechanics. Only the Lord Captain can take a stand against the madman. To battle. I mean, you know, I'm okay with battle. I have to level up Pascal too. Won't be doing it right now, but I don't know, maybe we will. Maybe we can. We'll see. Yeah, it was. Choose skill. Let's go take use again. Death Whisperer. Let's take that, I guess. It's free. Alright.
sample out of you.
Oh god, there's a turret up there. Turret back here too.
If only that were possible. Do not dare ask. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, let's see here. So I got two, so she can basically only take a shot here.
If I must.
Did she miss? No.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Hit the turret, so it doesn't matter. Alright. What in the world? There's another one over here, isn't it?
Who, if not me? It's as good as done. On it.
Alright, what does he get? He gets... Those things don't... I'm not doing a whole lot of damage to them, am I?
Request denied.
Wait, is that it? Oh, it's a melee attack. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
I'll make it happen.
It's gonna be a little bit of a hard battle here, isn't it?
If I must. This tedium is beneath me. I am not your Xenos pet.
Okay, that wasn't a bad little attack.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved. The Omniscient knows all. Creates all.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
It's into a huge...
I'll do it. This is why I was chosen.
I'd rather not. Someone else can do this. That's not the Seneschal's job. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Reduced to dust. It will be done. Indeed. Will rule the stars themselves. Follow my lead. It will be done. A tactically sound approach.
Alright, we're just going to see if we can take it out here. Maybe have one more attack.
I will do my... I took care of this one.
Abelard, man, he is the anchor to this team right now.
High momentum.
Emperor, give me strength. this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
It will be done.
I'll paint your death in colors.
At your beck and call. It will be done. I will do
All right.
my duty. Reduced to dust! Victory is imminent. An exemplary strike.
Alright, let's see. What can she do here? She can't hit
That is
those.
foolishness.
Hit these though, can I? Can I hit these? Yeah.
If I may. Another foe.
Let's take out
painted
those right there.
black.
They're gonna come back to our Howlard. Oh no.
Just a minor setback.
Let's see, let's assign objective
Who
here.
if not me?
Then we're gonna give this to
I'll see to
Pascal.
it personally.
My vow is to serve.
It's 0 damage. That's awesome.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
On it.
They don't do a lot of damage, do they?
I approach the designated position. I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it serves your cause.
Didn't get a kill there.
High momentum. Running binaric override. The Omnissiah knows all. Comprehends all.
I was hoping just to get the kill there, man. Just to get the kill. It did not do it. Like 2 of those attacks did not get the kill.
My vow is to serve. Vital functions successfully terminated. My competencies are not that universal. Cogitation failed.
Okay, there's really not a whole lot he can do at this point.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
Not great damage.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor commands, I act. That is why I was chosen.
Yay, critical hits of 0. That's awesome.
You, my Emperor. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
Yeah, you were chosen because you don't hit worth a crap. Is that what you're saying? That's what it sounds like you're saying.
It will be done. Take care of this one. Pain and duty go hand in hand. At your beck and call.
Ow. That's not what I want to do, actually. I'm going to go one more step, but I didn't.
If only that were possible.
I will do my duty.
As duty demands. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, they'll keep coming toward me, because that's what they do.
I've suffered worse.
I refuse. I'll make it happen.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
I mean, you didn't do anything, but that's okay, I guess. Nothing I can really do there.
This tedium is beneath me. I hear you moving. No more. I understand your intent.
Request approved. Running dynamic override.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I didn't want to do that. That was a mistake. Okay. Doesn't matter, to be honest with you. That's what I'm gonna do right there. Not like it matters, it's only like 4 damage. But there's only like 0 damage. I love hitting things for 0 damage.
My place is at the fore. At your beck and call. Indeed.
Alright.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Momentum.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Just a minor setback.
Yeah, minor setback.
Let's make some opportunities. It's as good as done.
The scriptural prognosis is
Missed.
I am a savant of destruction.
How did that miss? That attack always hits. It says it always hits. That attack always hits, and it missed. How did that miss? How did an attack that always supposed to always hit and miss? That's what I want to know.
I won't compromise my principles.
If it serves your cause, I'll kill death with my hands.
I mean, literally, the description says the attack always hits. It missed. I don't understand.
I am not your Xenos pet, Mon.
Explorers know one route forward. My vow is to serve. Request approved.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
At your beck and call. I'd rather not. I'm not interested. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Alright. Alright, so that was the fight. Cryptid Tech Priest, what do we get? An auto gun and a stun grenade. Pretty much nothing. But that's okay. We go this way to see what we can
Rise
find.
to the top or get left in the dust.
Nothing. How do we get back out of here? I mean, this way we came. I don't see an. There's an exit. I didn't see an exit, so okay, there we go. All right. We're gonna see what's in this other area here when we get here. We're gonna visit it, see what we find. And there's some pirates. We don't want to do the pirates yet. I want to repair everything first too. Okay. Traces of meteorite. Ship augers a detective. Non-native mineral clusters and plant surface. Probably remains of an ancient asteroid shadow. Substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits around top of numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable and would likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle. We're gonna try it. The crew's expertise made it possible to collect the minerals without disturbing the ancient caverns. Yay! Okay, it doesn't tell me how many plasteel we get here. Do we get 0? Okay, plasteel of 5. I don't really need any plasteel right now. I don't really need any of those right now, so we're gonna hold on to those. And we're gonna go over here at this one. Provisions. 1. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste 1 to get it. Huh. I feel like those things do something, but I don't know what. I'm not gonna waste one of those for 1 provision. I can tell you that right now. Anyway, appreciate you. We're gonna end it right here. Appreciate you joining us. We'll try to fight them pirates next time. We got some upgrades to the ship, so I don't know. We'll see. Let me look at the ship real quick. We can upgrade the RAM. I don't really get to use the RAM a whole lot, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next time.